So Tekken 8 has released their patch, which is version 1.03.01, right? And this patch has caused such a huge problem with the game. We're talking like system mechanics with the tornado bugs. They changed Azucena's running 3-2, which I still think is very strong. Lars now has DEN 3. So I want to unpack what they have added to the game and what has caused such a big disaster. So first things first, I'm going to show you a few things of the changes. All right, so I am on IMOP's channel, and he has a before and after comparison for the patch 3. So just for some context, this is the reason why they wanted to nerf the scaling of after the floor break. Look, they've changed it right now. So basically this bit here was to kind of like stop low splat into doing crouch dash 1 or CD1 for Devil Kazuya and Devil Jin, but it's ended up messing up the whole game, as you'll see. So you get 51 damage here, you get 45 damage here, right? It's like 2 damage. You don't get that much more. So this is other things they nerfed in the patch, which is like unintended behavior fixes. This back 4 Oki is now gone, which I think is pretty good. He should have never had this in the first place. So they added extra 5 frames recovery, and this is what you used to get like down for 2. But because of the extra 5 frame recovery, that doesn't hit anymore. They then Raven versus Brian's jab. They've changed that, but this was in Tekken 7 as well with Master Raven. So as you can see, Raven versus see, which should work. That should work because you're doing a move and you plus. So why would you lose on the jab trade? Shouldn't lose at all. Okay, yeah, that's silly. That shouldn't have happened. Okay. So now they fixed that as well. Okay, running 3-2. This move was hard to step. And even, so basically, even if, like, they missed the first hit, then elbow would come out. But now, if the first hit misses, it's just the knee. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So they probably added like more of a hitbox for Feng when he does down back 3, or hurt box, should I say? So heat dash wall combo. Wow. So that misses. Wow. So that's quite interesting to me. So they did change some good stuff, I can't lie, but there's still stuff in here that is like, all right, so there's even more. So we're back on IMOP's channel again. Tekken devs nerf every character because of Devil Jin. Let's have a look at this video and see the stuff that's been nerfed. So usually this would break the wall. Yeah, so as you can see, like stage hazards or you know, stage gimmicks, they don't break anymore after you do Yeah, look, they don't break anymore after you try to hit them, which is pretty interesting. Like if you do a combo, they don't break. And I am sure that's not the way how the game was intended. Yeah, so okay. So that breaks the wall, pre-patch. And then this doesn't break the wall. Even if you try to do it again and splat the wall. It's pretty strange to me how like the patch went through, but then again, there must be so much variables to test. Like, how do we fix things like that? Do we get like players to test it? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what are the solution to this issue, because we've had so many patches since the game has been out, and I'm just like, why do we have so many patches to the game? Okay. Interesting. I do feel like this game is very combo heavy, so yeah, I don't think that this was as intended. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look at a couple things here. Like, obviously, Bandai Namco have said that they are looking to hotfix this, which is quite interesting to me. So let me just show you the tweet. So the tweet is, "Fighters, we have confirmed the following unintended behaviors in patch 10301. Azucena's backdash, which has been said to be nerfed. I will show you in a second. Tornado moves. We are currently working on addressing these two issues, and a patch will be released to fix them soon. Number one, due to animation data changes, backdash distance is shorter than expected. 2. Changes were made to collision detection between walls and characters to fix moves whiffing while near the wall, using tornadoes and rage arts. However, this change has impacted some existing moves. These issues will be fixed in an upcoming patch. We will keep you updated as soon as more information is available. Thank you for your patience." Now, this is pretty crazy to me, because I'm like, man, like, how has this happened? But there is things why, you know, they could kind of slip through the cracks. So like, if I check Chanel's tweet, because he did post up something about the backdash, and I just want to have a look. So this is the backdash for Azucena. Azucena can't even move, and we all know that Azucena's great for backdashing. So that is pretty interesting. And then even after the patch, I wanted to like have a look at other things of what people are saying. We've got Nee that's tweeted saying, "I think it's actually superficial that the concept of Tekken 8 is aggressive. It's just a simple 50-50 game. Tekken is a 3D game. There were defense tech with sidestep block, sidestep duck, backdash duck, etc. But homing grabs ignore almost defense options, power crush, heat burst, and sidestep." So you can even see that a lot of the pro players are upset. I could show you a bunch of tweets, but I don't really want to make this be a super negative video. It's just about talking about the patch, which is quite interesting to see so many people talk about this. And even like, you have Arsenal Nashwas, he tweeted saying, "I just can't wait to win Evo Japan and any other big tournament, and tweet that this game is so bad right now." Now, that's rough. That's real rough to say that. Like, that is real rough. So it seems like everyone's just kind of like fed up at this stage, because obviously the game has just came out. We've got all of these bugs. We've got all of these unintended behaviors. They then have changed all of these things, and then it's breaking other things in the game. We also have the Tekken World Tour that's starting on the 11th of April. We have Evo Japan that is going to be happening soon. I'll be going to Evo Japan. Like, there's so many things that is an issue at the minute. So then, even moving forward, we're going to look at Kira Kira's tweet. Kira has tweeted basically something to do with Jun. So basically, when she does a heat smash, the first hit hits, but then you can block the second hit. So that's if it's from a distance, which is pretty strange. I've always said that this heat smash shouldn't recover if blocked. So I still don't understand why this has even gone through. Do you get what I'm saying? Like before, like why would you block a heat smash and you still recover? That doesn't make any sense. If it hits, fair enough. But if you block it, you shouldn't be recovering your health. I think it's interesting that they've kind of gone through this like decision with the character. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So we're going to move on to the Azucena stuff. So Azucena running 3-2. Now, I did say, and I did tweet, when they did do the patch, I said Azucena's running 3-2 survives. Still the same chip, and if done fast enough, will still be aggressive. A lot of people didn't agree with that. Like, you know, this is how the Twitter or the interwebs are. They just don't want to agree with anything, which is fine. Again, everyone could be opinionated. However, when I look at TacTac1893 and he's tweeted this, I'm like, okay, well, I proved my point. Look. There we go. Look at that. Just have to position it. And even if you slow this down, look. The first one, positioned. And that's what I'm saying. You just have to position yourself to then do it again. Look. He sidestep to the right. Do it again. Right? Look at the chip damage. Look. Positioned. Well, Jin positioned himself. Chip damage again. Do it again. Heat smash. Because the heat smash tracks as well. The heat smash, like, that's the problem as well. If you're on heat and you're doing this, the heat smash will track. Like, it's dumb. Look how much health has been lost. Like, if you look at the start, just look at how much chip damage. Look, he's blocking all of this. Blocking all of this. Look, look, look. Then watch that health melt. Do it when they get up. Okay, again. Just missed it. But the problem with this move is there's no recovery. You're gliding in the air. Doing running free, you're gliding in the air. And then you've got quick recovery. This move needs to, if they're doing it, make Azucena not fly so much. Make her have like actual recovery for doing this move, because this move is very, very strong. And make them close. Like, just if they're doing it, the knee kind of hovers and then she kind of lands down and there's recovery frames. But there's no recovery frames to this move. Look. Look how quick that is. Landed, turned around straight away. This has to have, I don't know, 5 frames of recovery, like 5 frames more of recovery for this move to then be okay, in my opinion. Like, you can't just be doing this. This move it's ridiculous. And yeah, I don't know if they're going to nerf this before Evo Japan. So we probably might see it as Azucena Fest at Evo Japan. Who knows, right? CBM could not punish Ulsan for doing those running 3-2s. See, Mr. Punish. Like, I understand the direction needs to be that, okay, the game, they want to put it in an aggressive way. But yeah, it's too much, in my opinion. I think it's ridiculously strong. The move is so good. Like, why is the move so good? It doesn't make any logical sense. And again, all right, cool. We're going to move on to Lars. So we got my good old friend here, Shaiko from Manu Lobbies. And he is just to kind of like give you a little kind of like full process on here. He is a Lars main. And I know a lot of the Lars players are like, oh yeah, he deserves it. He needs it. When he does Den free, which is the homing kick, basically now he's +5, right? So +5 means you can't rage out or do anything. Obviously, when he does Den free, he's gone into stance. So then it's a mix-up. The thing with Den free is maybe they should do Den free where he just doesn't go into stance. And then Den free, if you hold forward, then you go into stance. Something like that. I don't know. But +5 to me for a homing mid that skips neutral is crazy to me. And brain dead, because he's running free is ridiculously good as well. Something that I said on Twitter, a lot of people that play Lars, or you know, there's people that don't even play Lars that didn't agree, and it's like, this is a common sense thing, right? Running slash kick does chip damage, and it's plus. Having a move like this where you just do a homing mid and being +5 is crazy to me. It doesn't make sense. But let Shaiko say what he's saying. Can't do anything. And you used to be able to sidestep the options, but you can't because he's heavily plus now. You can't. This is a Lars main, and he's very good with Lars.
Wait.
Like, there is so many people talking about this Den 3. This Den 3 is a huge, in my opinion, is a huge problem, because Lars was already really good on this game. And now, to me, it kind of seems like changing Lars, like, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't really understand the thought process of changing Lars and making him have Den 3 be +5. And maybe, like, for me, if I was trying to balance patch it, maybe Den 3, if you done it like he's 0 or something like that, if he doesn't hold forward. But if he holds forward, then he goes into stance. But I would never ever put +5. It's gonna be busted, and it's gonna be super brain dead. And you'll probably see people that probably ain't even gonna talk about the move on Twitter, posting up stuff showing that, you know, this move is really good. But don't take my word for it. You'll see it for yourself, probably in a week or two. So yeah, moving forward, I want to talk about the battle pass. So I'm going to turn on my PlayStation and show you the battle pass. All right, so as you can see, there's quite a few things that's changed since obviously first loading up Tekken 8. We now have Eddy instead of Kazuya. Now you can see it goes to the side of his face. He's pointing to his chest. Looks pretty cool. No, I think it looks pretty cool. It's definitely showing off the graphics of the game. I think it's nice. But my issue here is there's people that was complaining like, oh, I'd rather have Kazuya on and stuff. I mean, I think this is pretty cool. I feel like they should give us the freedom of choosing what character we should have at the main screen. Maybe that could be an update in a future patch. It definitely can't seem that hard if they put Eddy on the front, right? It definitely can't be that hard. So we'll talk about Eddy in a bit, because obviously Eddy is the new character with the patch. But we're going to talk about the fight pass. So the fight pass is your top right underneath your character name and your rank. And all you got to do is press start on your pad to access all the stuff inside of it. So let's press start. So it comes up with this, which looks pretty sick, right? It looks very cool and stuff like that. You know, I'll explain the battle pass pretty much in a second. So this is the Tekken shop, right? So as you can see from here, they've got a bunch of stuff in the previous game. So the thing is people have been complaining about stuff being in the previous games that are for free, but now you have to pay. Now, I'm kind of a bit on the fence with both sides. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, you're right and you're wrong. I do think the stuff that in previous games should somehow be free. I don't know how much it costs to do the costume and stuff. I'll leave it to the comment section to kind of educate me on that. But they need to make money somehow. And all of these are apparently hot because everyone's buying them, right? You lot are buying these. These are popular items, right? These are the ones that I recommended. So these are like, yeah, stuff that you can get. You could get the kind of emote characters. So like, you know, the avatar skins. But the things that I do say is party effects shouldn't be costing like 10 per go or whatever. But I've got a separate video for that. So make sure you lot go check that out on the YouTube. So now, Yoshimitsu, this is, I believe, to be the Tekken 8. No, Tekken 6? 7? No, I think this is Tekken 7. Yeah, because he has the ring behind him. Yeah, Tekken 7. They should have like a bit of like you know, information or description, that would be great. Like, what is this? If I'm someone that doesn't know much about Tekken and I want to know what this costume is, Yoshimitsu costume set doesn't tell me what this costume is or if it came from a previous game. They should definitely have something like that. I think that would make a lot of sense. You know, obviously they've got the cyber set skins, so you can change your characters to look like cyber and stuff like that. Cyber Pack 1. And they've got this hair that looks like Yamazaki from King of Fighters. And they got Cyber Pack 2, so I assume. And they got this next set of hair as well. So again, that's pretty cool. You have to pay for it. You have to pay for it via Tekken tokens, and they got avatar skin for Eddy. Now I'm wondering, I think they're gonna have avatar skins for all the DLC as well, which is, it's okay, it's cool. So we'll talk about that now. Here's where the issue is. So to get, now let me go forward and talk about the Tekken Fight Pass before I go into that. So right, to get the Fight Pass, you can have either free, which comes with the game when you update, or you can have premium, right? Now, premium, you have to pay 600 Tekken tokens, right? So if I go into purchase, which I press triangle, it says 600 Tekken coins. And then if you want the premium pass, you can get, this is an additional part. So you can, on top of what's been contained in premium pass, your Fight Pass level will also increase by 20. Cannot purchase once Fight Pass level is past 41 or higher. Now, I'll give you my thoughts on that. Now, it doesn't make sense because I've played the game, I'd say maybe for a couple hours, and I'm at level 14 already. You don't need to be boosted to level 20 by purchasing the Premium Pass Plus. Like, this is just like, it was just by an extra 20 if you're not at level 41. You don't really need to, but it makes sense because it seems like the level climbs too quick anyways. Like the next level, look at my experience, look at the points. This just doesn't make sense. But the reason why now I was talking about the premium pass and it being 600 is because if you buy Tekken tokens, 500 Tekken tokens is $3.99 Great British pounds. But that cannot purchase the premium pass, right? So that means I would have to go for this one, which is 1,050 Tekken tokens. Now, that means I'm left with, you know, additional tokens, which kind of feels like people will be like, but that feels like a money grabbing scheme because it wants you to get tokens, right? If you just want to get the premium pass, you can't just get the premium pass, which is, yeah, it's obviously people are going to look at it sideways and be like, what's going on here? But then obviously you could get more tokens. It's entirely up to you. So let's have a look at the missions and let me talk you through how a battle pass works. So with a battle pass, how it works is the more you play the game and the more you do missions, is the more points you get, more experience you get, and then you climb the levels. Each level will come with either an additional item, additional, I don't know, status, name, emote, banner, even Tekken tokens, whatever, Tekken coins, and so forth. This is kind of like from games like Fortnite. Fortnite definitely is one of those games that has stuff like this and it keeps refreshing every 2 months. Tekken is no different to that. As you can see, it says 57 days, so this is going to refresh in every 2 months, right? The missions are very, very simple at the start. And I think the missions are like this because I personally believe they are just trying this out. They don't know what they are doing with this Fight Pass. So it's like play 2 matches online, win 2 matches online, win 5 matches online, deal 500 damage online, deal 1,500 online. Someone like me that plays the game in ranked, I'm not going to be mentally challenged by this. This is just like, oh, I will just play the game and I will just get this so easy. We need more stuff in it. Like, all right, try and do, I don't know, 20 throw breaks. I don't know, 20 throws or 20 heat bursts, 20 heat dashes, or something, you know? And look, like this one, play 10 matches online, play 20 matches online, play 50 matches online, win 15 rounds online. I'm a ranked monster. So there's so many people that are like that I know. It's not going to be challenging for them at all, you know? So this is what I'm saying. It needs to be way more challenging than this, in my opinion. Now, if we look at the free pass, we have all of this stuff going on. You know, you have profile pose. So like when you go into someone's profile, you want to add them as a friend. You have stuff like this. And it's good. It shows you what it is. You have, obviously, for your avatar, a jacket. Pretty cool. Then you have a title, which goes under your health bar. And then you got some character illustrations that you can change if you're using character customizations. But this was in Tekken 7. So I can see people could be upset. The Shaheen one is in the premium pass, which is in Tekken 7. So people will be upset. They're probably thinking, hey, look, like this was in the previous game. Just add that in and let's add some more stuff. They want brand new stuff. They don't want to have stuff from the past being brought into a game and then you have to pay for it. That's their thought process. I could understand. So yeah, like these are the stuff that are in the Fight Pass. And, sorry, the Nina one. Let me show you the Nina one. And they look cool. I can't lie. These look cool. Like, you got additional ones. It looks cool. But the Fight Pass, like, after, like, I'd say certain levels, it does become less and less because it's free. This is the Heihachi kind of jacket without the tiger. So you can kind of customize maybe a sticker on. But with the premium pass now, it looks like every level you get something, right? They're trying to make sure that they're selling that premium pass. You got the Devil Kazuya one, which just looks sick, I can't lie. And then you get more kind of items and character customizations, avatar. You got the Ling Xiao Yu pose, which looks sick. And then you also get additional stuff like the Tekken tokens. Sorry, I keep saying tokens, Tekken coins as well. So when you get the premium pass, you're getting the coins back as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, look, I'm getting coins in the premium pass. So like, I've got some. Then I get glasses, and then I've got like another custom emote move, and then I get another one. So like, if we count it all together, let's go back from here. So we get 100, 200, 300, 400. Bro, why are we getting a blank ball in a premium? What's going on there? Right, we're at 400 anyways. So let me do that again. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So you're basically getting those tokens back for then to go and buy other stuff, or to then go and get another premium pass. So it does work out. Is this gonna stay like this? I don't know. It's interesting that they've done this, and even with like just some of the items as well. They're cool, but I feel like we need more stuff. I speak about what stuff you can get or ideas in another video, so make sure you lot go check that out. You lot also need to let me know what you lot thinking about the Fight Pass, because yeah, it's pretty interesting. So now I'm now gonna talk about Eddy. So with Eddy, he doesn't have a character episode. I don't know if this is because we have the early access. So if you have the early access, you have to get deluxe or ultimate edition. As you can see, Eddy's not here. All of these are being completed, even if he's not at the bottom either. So maybe he might be a part of like an additional DLC. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm going to talk briefly about Eddy. I've kind of got a proper thoughts video on Eddy Gordo that you lot can check out as well. That's coming out. So here are all of these Eddy's costumes. So for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Out of all the costumes, I would say this one is my most favorite one. Character is very cool. Very, very cool character. So I would say he's definitely not like how he was in the previous games. He does have some moves that are still there, but I'm just gonna give you a brief kind of like introduction to the character. Obviously, if you want to learn Eddy, there is a how to play guide with Eddy on the channel. There's also going to be Eddy like thoughts, what I think about the character video coming out as well. So yeah, this is the channel to keep it locked in. Make sure you lot subscribe and support. So 443 is a new low, and it's very, very good. His stance has been reworked, so as you can see, he still has the kind of like capoeira stance and whatever. But it doesn't look like how it is in Tekken 7. It doesn't look like that at all. And it looks like he can actually sidestep as well. Obviously, with Bananero stance, which is the handstand stance, he can kind of like evade stuff. And obviously, the handstand goes to the side, right? And then he can kind of move forward by tapping forward, which is pretty sick. But when idle, he doesn't stay in the stance. He kind of comes out of it. Same with Negativa, which is down 3+4. He goes into it briefly. You can hop forward and do whatever. But if you let go, he then comes out of the stance. Obviously, when he's in Negativa and you do like a mid, he won't be like, he won't get hit and he goes on the floor like he did in Tekken 7. In Tekken 8, it acts like he's standing, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, moves that people will remember is back 3-3, sidestep 4, sidestep 3+4, back 3+4, down 2-3, down back 1+2, and then up forward 3-3. But now he has a new addition to this. Before, he would have a mid, which is the launcher, and then he would have a low where he kind of stretches his foot down and it knocks you down. He doesn't have that. No, he doesn't have the low anymore. He has a different low. So he has up forward 3-4, which does that. Now you're probably thinking, but that's seeable. But then if he hits you with the low, it is a counter hit combo. So you then get into whatever combo you want to do, right? On top of that, he also has his rodeo spin throw, but it's in Negativa stance. So he would do this and press up forward 1+2. Right? Now, I don't really understand the thought process behind this. The only thing I could think of is that he has another 1+2 throw, which is back up back 1+. Is it up back 1+2? No. I actually can't remember the throw. I thought it was. Is it back 1+2? Can't really remember the throw because I don't really. It's up forward. Sorry. So up forward 1+2. So he has this, which is a 1+2 break. So having two 1+2 break throws, maybe they just thought, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like I think Kazuya has two, right? He has the crouch dash 1, forward, down, down, forward 1+2. And forward 1+2. So I don't know why they changed this. But they changed it. And also as well, when he does the kick throw, when he's in handstand stance, it's now 1+3 or 2+4. And it doesn't knock you down. It just puts you in Negativa stance. Now, two things from Negativa stance is 3-3. Which then builds up his Mandinga level, which I'll talk about in a second. And then he has a safe mid. So like this safe mid is 1+2. This is safe on block, as you can see, and does chip damage. So you now have sweep bang or 1+2. Now with the Mandinga level, the Mandinga basically he has access to an additional move from Bananero stance. So Bananero stance, you press 4 1+2. You can either do back 4, which does chip damage and it's mid, and it's +6, or you can do sweep bang from this stance, which is 3+4. But this doesn't knock down, right? So if you get to level 2, the move becomes enhanced, right? So you get 3+4, which knocks down now, and then you get back 4, which also knocks down. So let's do this. Knocks down, right? If I was to build up one level, so I've got one level of Mandinga. Doesn't knock down, right? And even if you say, oh, that's off axis. Oh yeah, I don't have the level. Let me get the level. See? Doesn't knock down. But if I get level 2, let's do that. Sorry, not that. Okay, that's 1, 2. Go to this. This knocks down. So against the wall, this will become very, very dangerous, because against the wall, you're going to be like, all right, cool. I'll go into this stance and it's going to be scary, right? Because I can either do this where I get wall splat, right? Or I could go do this and get sweet bang. So it's a pretty scary situation. Also from Bananera starts, you can then do 1, which does chip damage on block, and then put you into Negativa stance, and you're +5, right? That's a scary situation. Or you could get that extra, you could get plus and then go into Negativa on hits. Really, really good. And last but not least, again, like I said, there's a proper video where I talk about all of the stuff, so I don't want to go too much into it and sway it off. But he has down 4-3, which if this hits, it's not a natural combo. You can block the second hit from what I know. So let's put standing and let's put stun block, right? So it's -13. Now, actually, let me put standing block on. If it counter hits, this move allows me to do a crouch throw. Look, it's +12. And its crouch throw is 12 frames. Now, the reason why this is interesting is because he has 2 crouch throws. He has this, which does no heat engager. And then he also has the heat engager one. So it's entirely up to you which one you want to choose. And he also has a bunch of good lows, so like 4-4-3 guarantees you. It guarantees you the crouch throw, but it also guarantees a heat engager. But yeah, overall to me, I think Eddy is he's a very good character. I think he's a fun character. Combos are pretty easy, and I know people are talking about him having, like, you know, he can mash 3-3. You know, he could literally mash 3-3 and he gets a combo. I feel like a lot of the casual players were talking about Eddy and just mashing the buttons, mashing the kick buttons, and they brought it back in this game, man. I think he's a fun character. I think he's great. I can't wait to see the rest of the DLC and stuff like that as well. It's looking good. It's looking good. But overall, like I said, this patch to me is very interesting. It has caused quite a lot of a stir. The whole of Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, is talking about this and saying, nah, man, this patch is not it. This is probably the worst patch and stuff like that. I'm going to stay optimistic and say, all right, cool. Let's just wait it out. I do think Tekken 8 is receiving so many patches for the start of the game. People are saying it's Tekken 8.0. There's a lot of these things. I also got a separate video where I want to talk about this Tekken 8.0 saying, because I do believe that we have to kind of cut them some slack. I know people are gonna be like, oh, but nah, man, they released the game and then now they've got microtransactions already straight after. They wanted to get their review points and stuff like that. Look, man, this game is pretty difficult to other games. You can't even compare it to Street Fighter 6 because this game is a 3D fighting game, whereas Street Fighter 6 is back and forward, right? There's a lot more things, you know, collision detection, all of these things, we're gonna have to take into place. And on top of it, they didn't release this at the arcades. Some would say, yes, they should have an open beta and they should have, you know, got maybe even proper testers. Maybe they're not getting the correct testers to test the game. Maybe they're not getting the correct testers to do, you know, test these balance patches. Right now, I do feel like we are losing quite a lot of our audience when it comes to Tekken 8, because when you really think about it, Tekken 8 has been out for what, a couple months now, and even if we actually have a look, let's go and have a look on Twitter. Let's have a random browse on Twitter, right? Let's just have a look and see what is going on. So with Twitter right now, let's have a look at what games are doing well and what games are not. So as you can see here, we've got, this is what my thing looks like. So we have Tekken 8 at 5.1. Bear in mind, this game has only been out for like less than 5 months, and we have Street Fighter 6 that's at 9.4. This number should not be below, I would say, 10 or 20,000. This game should still have a strong interest. Final Fantasy Remake is on 8K, right? EA Sports has people have kind of fell off of that game. 12.7. You know, obviously I'm not going to compare it to Valorant and stuff like that, or GTA, because obviously the role playing and stuff, but Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, this shouldn't be a comparison. Street Fighter 6 is coming up to the game being out for a year. And Tekken 8 is on 5.1. It just doesn't, I feel like there should be more. Some will complain and say, oh, but there is tournaments happening, or I don't know if Street Fighter 6 has tournaments going on. It's just, I should be looking through Tekken 8 and saying, damn, there is a bunch of people playing this. Man, I should, you know, I should be looking and saying, bro, Tekken 8, what's going on here? But right now, Tekken 8 kind of reminds me of how Tekken 7 was on its last legs. So, you know, there was 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 viewers and stuff like that. So there are stuff that has kind of made people run away from the game. They're probably thinking there's so much balance patches. There's so much things going on. There's things that are not working. Dragunov is super silly in the game. Like there's so much characters with silly tools, and I could admit to like characters having busted tools that wasn't in the open beta and stuff, but the characters that were not the open beta, the closed beta, but characters that was in the closed beta that are stupid, you know, like King, doesn't make any sense. But I'll talk about that in the Tekken 8.0 video. Make sure to keep it locked on the channel because there's so much content coming out. There's so much stuff that I want to talk about. There's also collabs happening as well that will be out in the future, in this month. On this month, sorry, I said in this month. On this month. So remember to subscribe, and yeah, we'll be on to the next video. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.